Hello, hope everyone's well. Everyone's training hard, getting ready for whatever races you've got coming up. We've got trials is in 6 weeks. In fact, filming this is 6 weeks, 2 days ago, 6 weeks today. In fact, it's going to be my first race. This video we've got today is a lactate tolerance set from Monday, so 6.5 weeks out from racing. I'm going to keep looking down because I've got all the times recorded and splits and that, so I can commentate over the set you're about to see. So this was our Monday afternoon session. We did 2 100s and 3 75s, all off the block, all max effort. And now the thing is with because it's a lactate tolerance set, the aim is to produce as much lactic acid as possible. So we're not actually necessarily swimming the 100 as a great 100. We're swimming it as a flat out 50 and hold on. So that's the mindset you have to go into these, because you're trying to get that lactate spike. So it's a horrible set, and we had about 7 minutes in between each rep. And that is just standing static rest. So some people will do it and they'll sit down, or they'll lie down, or they'll have a stretch or a swim, try and loosen off a bit. But we're not doing any of that because we're trying to get our lactate really high, and your body just has to tolerate it. You're giving it no help in getting rid of that lactic acid. So it ends up getting very hard very quick. So 2 100s, 3 75s. So this was our evening session. So the morning we'd gone, so this is a really hard set. You normally do maybe one of these every 2 or 3 days, maybe 2 sets a week, something like that really high intensity. But Monday morning we'd gone VO2, so we'd gone a big best average set. We did 20 50s long course, best average off 110. I did 10 fly, 10 free because my fly was starting to fall apart. I started well on that. So if I look at this, start first rep 25.5, then 27.0, 28.4, and then the rest was 29s, 30s, a couple of 31s, and that was my cue to dip onto freestyle. And my freestyle was pretty feeling it. I was 28s throughout them, so not quick particularly, but it was hard, especially for that Monday morning. So then to be able to come back then and do this set at night makes it extra hard. So we'll start then, first rep, and I was just in a wave on my own because no one else wanted to be with me. Just going to see how we go here. I spent a lot of work on these dives. So remember this, how this first 25 looks, and we'll compare that to at the end. So that was 5 strokes in that first 25, when it hitting that 25 pretty much bang on. So that first 50 there, 23.8. So pretty quick really, especially for in training, given those circumstances. Starting to get look a bit hard. Turn was still pretty low, pretty good. Fly kicks are not too bad. That breakout is then a bit gaspy, isn't it? That goes the first rep at 52.6. So a pretty quick first rep, to be fair. Pretty good going out, 23.8. And then I've got my logbook from this time last year, and it's got literally almost to the day. And my first rep last year was 52.8, so this one was 52.6, so I'm faster this week, even having going that VO2 in the morning. And my first 50 last year was 24.6, this year 23.8. So that tells me really that our speed and power work we're doing is working, and that back, I'm not worried about that back end coming down later as we go into the taper. Really positive. And I left this clip a little bit longer so you can see how long it took me to get out of the pool, because that's how much effort you should be putting into these sets. When you're doing these sets, it's got to be everything you've got straight away. So here we go then, starting rep number 2. Again, dive. It's hard to tell from this angle, isn't it, really, but doesn't look too bad. Breakout's okay. Entry's okay. And even there's a little bit long into that, so 5 strokes is a little bit long compared to that 5 strokes on the first one. So you hit 50 there in 24.7, so 0.9 slower already just on that first 50. Again, poor breakout, and yeah, this is, I feel like lactic acid starting to hit. The hand entry is getting wider, turns a little bit slower there. These fly kicks are a bit laboured, big gasp, and then just trying to see what we've got left. That's it, rep number 2 done in 55.8, so 3.2 slower. So that means I was back 31.1, and that's a pretty nasty drop off. But again, if we compare that to this time last year we did 4 100s, but my first 50 last year, 25.0, this one 24.7. So again, even though I've got all that extra fatigue, I'm still able to swim fast. And again, that's what I want this time of year, is to be able to put that under pressure. And again, I've left this clip long because look how long it takes me to get out. There's my teammates swim. And that's it. And because we're 7 minutes sounds like ages, but that soon goes quickly. Especially because 7 minutes pretty much was when the last wave finished. It was me ready to go, so it felt pretty relentless. So here we go then. This is the first of the 75s. Pretty splashless entry on that dive there, wasn't it? And now I can see the entry's already a bit wide, long into that, and just a bit rushed really into it. What I did well though throughout this set was that first turn I was always 10 kicks and no breath on that first stroke, which will transfer well, I think, into obviously when I've only got one turn in a long course 100. When the breath's still pretty low here, if the entry's a bit wide and the hands are a bit slappy. But that was 39.6 out in 24.9. So again, comparing this to last year, so last year the third rep was 100, but I was out 25.4, this time out 24.9, so it's that half a second faster. So there's a lot of positives, even if the total times and the death is real. So this is rep number 2 of the 75s then. So I did one less kick off the start to put in one more stroke. So I hit that first wall pretty bang on, but I think the breakout was a little bit jumpy. It didn't have the smoothness that I've been working for, which kind of makes sense given I had one less kick. This one then was out 25.2 for a total time of 41.1. That's 1.5 seconds slower than the one before. Even though that first 50 was only 0.3 slower. So you see that real drop off. And here we go then, last rep. As you know, this is it. The last time you've got to put everything into it. And I've gone back to the 8 kicks off the dive, 5 strokes, so I'm pretty long into there. I think I end up being pretty long into the 50 turn as well. So the 50 is 25.3, so a tenth slower, but then I managed to come back better. I think I just rated it a bit more, to be honest. Head down, last couple of strokes for 40.6, so it ends up being half a second quicker. And now I've put this clip in then just to look how long it takes me to walk halfway down poolside. And again, like I say, this is what you got to look like if you want to know that you're maximising these sessions. Like, it shouldn't be feeling good at the end. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will leave you with this of me picking the camera up at the end of the set, looking haggard and red-faced and horrible. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.